Hi Sandi, thanks for your time today before your gig tonight.
You're welcome.
How's your tour going so far?
It's going good. We're just at the beginning of it, so I'm 6 months pregnant, so there's some circumstances that stop you from performing as you usually would. I'm not running around the stage and obviously diving into the audience and things like that, so it's quite a relaxed show. But yeah, it's been good so far. Tonight I have a young female guitar player called Carmen on stage with me, and a cellist called Callum, so it's nice, it's still upbeat, still energetic, but quite eclectic sounding.
Where would you say the best place you've toured then is?
I mean, probably the most, for the entire experience, you want to do the festivals, because they're just loads of people, loads of energy, different music, other bands, and all that kind of stuff. So some of the coolest festivals I've done would be like Fuji Rock in Japan, Mount Fuji, which is awesome. Let me see, there's obviously like Glastonbury here. Gosh, I don't know, there's so many places. I've done some random gigs as well, up like Swiss mountains, opening ski championships and the top of the BT Tower in London and all sorts of random stuff. So, the stranger the better, I think.
Nice. So you've been working with a new group of musicians this year on a new kind of sound. What would you say the influences for that change has been, and what can we expect tonight?
I have been working on a new record this year, and it's my 6th album, which is self-produced, and for the most part I actually turned back to more pop production methods of layering instruments and taking your time over it, as opposed to capturing a live performance in a studio. I did actually do some of the tracks on the album like that, so 4 of them are the whole band and getting a live performance, and I tend to do that more with songs that are that require more dynamic. So this album's been really interesting to make, different for me, and I've never produced a record before. And then I'm actually only really playing that stuff now live for the 2nd time. So it's sounding great so far, it fits in well with the rest of the set, and tonight I'm going to be playing songs from all the albums 1 through to 6. So it's pretty much a mishmash of the last 10 years of my recording career.
How would you say your style has changed then in terms of the kind of music that you're playing now?
I think in the beginning I was more leaning towards more kind of folk, neo-folk pop, and then I kind of meandered into different genres with my blues album that I made, and then I made a record in Nashville with the Black Crowes' Rich Robinson, who produced it, and so that was more country influenced. So those were made more for niche markets, not so pop. So then with this album, it's kind of a coming together of my pop roots and then the different styles that I've taken on board throughout the years. I don't like playing keyboards. I don't know. I never did. And I'm not like Stevie Wonder, or Ray Charles. I don't play Rhodes and things. So probably the piano. I could sit for hours and hours and hours and play the piano.
Along with the Arctic Monkeys, you're one of the first artists to become mainstream through the internet. Do you think that's influenced your career quite a lot? Yeah,
I mean, it's definitely written a lot of stories about me and created a lot of press about me, and it was definitely a crucial thing that occurred in my career to enable me to get kind of mainstream success, and I think it continues to influence everybody's careers, but now it just changes quicker, so the pace is quickening all the time. And what I do now is what I did 10 years ago, but it's a free app, so you have things like Periscope, which we're actually doing right now as we speak. We're periscoping to a live audience. So yeah, it continues to influence my career.
So do you think the internet is a good base for kind of aspiring musicians and things?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think if you're tapped out of the internet, you're going to have major problems, But at the same time, I think it shouldn't remove from the essence of why you do it, which is to make, you know, real music. I think you still have to take the time to sit in a room by yourself with a guitar and play music for the sake of playing music.
So if you could record with anyone living or dead, who would it be?
My favourite singer ever in this entire universe, other planets included, would be Eva Cassidy, and she's not alive anymore. I mean, if I could sing like her, I'd be a happy woman. If I could sing a song with her, it'd be even more. Probably would be an amazing experience. Yeah, there's other people as well. Most of them are actually passed away, to be honest. Kurt Cobain, obviously, would be ridiculous. Living legends, Stevie Nicks. I think that would be. I'd be a happy woman and retire on that.
In terms of you've done a cover album, correct? So is there a song particularly that you wish you'd written?
November Rain. Yeah. I mean, it's such an awesome piece of music, you know, from the beginning, even the way that it begins with that orchestral beginning with piano, and, you know, the fact that Axl Rose never even learned how to play the piano and he's still an amazing piano player. That piece of music is like genius to me. I would have loved to have written that.
To go on a bit of a touchy subject, you posted a video admonishing kind of BBC Radio 2 for not playing your new Singer-songwriter.
Mm-hmm.
Can you explain to me the reasons behind that? Or?
Just pure frustration, you know. I think because I'm independent and because I've been doing it for a long time, and you know, plus I'm pregnant, so that obviously makes me more emotional than I would normally be. Just out of frustration, really, because I think anybody out there who fights the good fight and works hard and, you know, and grafts away and does everything right in the way that, you know, they should, I just felt like he probably deserved a chance. And I know that there are reasons why it didn't, and it's not because of the music. And I'm quite a candid person. I'm pretty outspoken. I don't really mince my words. So if you knew who I was as a person, you would see that I speak out about a lot of things in life. But because this had something to do with the BBC and the way in which it was delivered, it became a bit of a viral, you know, moment. But, you know, I'm constantly talking about things that I don't think are right in this world. They just don't get as much coverage by the media. That's just the person I am.
So with the benefit of hindsight, do you think you'd still have posted the video, or maybe chosen a different way of doing it?
Well, no, I didn't. I mean, choosing a different way of doing it would indicate that it was like premeditated and thought out, which it wasn't. You know, you do things in the spur of the moment that you may not necessarily do had you sat and thought about it. But I do think that there is something positive has come from it.
Before you go, Sandi, what would be your one piece of advice to aspiring musicians?
Don't ever be afraid to speak your mind. Maybe wait till I have like later on in your career before you start bashing the general media. But no, don't ever be afraid to speak your mind. I think being different is cool. You know, be unique. Don't be. You know, I don't think you need to be a sheep. I don't think you should follow the herd. You know, and actually, you know, be brave, be bold. You know, be outspoken. You only live once.